I want you to know that I am fully qualified to do the work of government. I am finishing up a public administration doctoral degree, which allows me to even critique government agencies. I love this program so much. And when I finished the other coursework, I finished the study of agencies. I posed an agency they didn't even know about, my teachers. And I taught them about the Federal Register that they didn't know anything about. And they were so mad at me. But that's how much I love government. I know more than those people. I know far more about the government than Governor Cooper. A governor focuses on state legislation, which are laws that focus on the particular state that they're governing. But I have walked through every level of government and love consulting the Congress. And I am never wrong. What I project to happen always happens, 100%. I've never been wrong yet. Now, the only thing that hasn't happened that I projected was Trump's failure and impeachment. But I believe that this Venezuela invasion on those poor innocent people, cocaine is not all that important to bombing fishing boats. And I know that the oil is a huge value to the world, but it's not worth murdering all these people over. And we are in the process of eradicating oil from our system, making it a mandatory source. We're moving away from that. So this is a waste of human life, and he needs to be impeached, and he will be impeached over this. He's making so many mistakes when it comes to money because he is raised to only focus on money, and money is nowhere near as important as a human life. So I want you to understand that my blockade from running for office for the state of North Carolina as a U.S. Senate candidate was violent, and it was a conspiracy, and these are illegal in the United States. These actions that the Jews engaged in for Roy Cooper's primary race was illegal and unconstitutional, and I'm not going to let him get away with that. I'm going to sue the Democratic Party, and I'm going to get my money back from Cooper for all the intellectual properties and businesses he stole from me without paying me. So I hope that you watch out for me in the future. My brother, who I mentioned earlier in the other film, who attacked me, he has a mental illness. Mental illness does not run in my family. These are just two coincidences. My mom had schizophrenia for an issue. My brother hit his head when he was a baby. He fell and hit his head rocking on the back of a chair when someone was sitting in it, and they got up and he went back and hit his head. But we are not a family that has mental illness as something you inherit. It's just something that coincidentally has attacked the family. And I believe it's because I am so important to this world that everything on the opposite side, the enemy, is trying to stop me and trying to give some kind of impression that I'm not qualified. I am fully qualified. I could pose questions about the government that most senators know that Roy Cooper could not answer. And he cannot ask me one thing that I could not fully and properly address accurately. And I was ready to show the world that that is the case. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you soon.